Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hola. I think my webcam's officially bugged. But hola, con estás, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Today we will be doing something a little bit like talking about the perfect pod and what topics there should be to talk about the perfect pod, because I think there is a lot of topics to talk about, but I just want to conquer some topics that you guys think that would suit the channel or just anything in general. So if you guys do, consider subscribing to my channel, or if I've earned a sub or something, make sure you definitely do give it to me, because I'm on a road to reach 100 to 500 subscribers by the end of the 2024 season. By the end of 2024, I'm hoping to get 100 to 500 subs. But it's only possible if people do enjoy my content, and if they do enjoy, then they think I deserve something, then they'll give me that something. Um, but yeah, I forgot what the stream title is called. How can I forget? Let's talk and vibe. So the talking part is just about the perfect pod, because I have some ups and downs. I have some theories about the perfect pod. I don't think that the perfect pod really fits the podcast if it's only one of us doing it. So I think I want to turn it into more of a show, because I done a video on my phone. But the video didn't go to plan, and I forgot that I don't have the perfect pod at all. I don't have the perfect pod account, but here's the video I made, and that's just standing right there because of the sun. And I decided to do my phone videos like this because I think it's a lot better, because as you guys can see that it's a lot better when we actually film there. It gives like a nice background to it. And then it's just me explaining about all the topics that there should be in. No, but yeah. So I did say in here also that there are other channels with the name The Perfect Pod. Um, channels meaning like just people that have a different podcast, because when I link it, because when I link it in the comments down, because when I link it in the description down below, there's like other channels that pop up. I go to search it in Google, there's other channels that pop up. So it's like a channel that has there's a channel that has that's coffee, and it's called The Perfect Pod or Perfect Pod or something, and it's to do with pods of coffee that you put into a coffee machine. So you see, there's things like that, and then there's other podcast channels out there that are the exact same, The Perfect Pod. So I'm like, I think I want to change it up a little bit and put it into more of a show. So I thought that I would put it into more of a show, because I think that might fit it more, and especially since I want a better future for the perfect pod, I can make it so we move on into the future. Then we can eventually move on and then do things that we wouldn't normally do, and we can talk about it on the news or something. That's just one big goal of mine, but I do want to turn it into a show, because I think it fits very good. But let me Google some and see if we can make like something out of it. Z Talks. So we could turn that Z Talks into something like puns, famous sayings, or wordplay, or a funny memory. Yeah, see, so I wanted the perfect pod to be unique, not knowing that deeper into research that, or deeper in time, there would be another channel out there called the Perfect Pod, or there's a lot of channels out there called the Perfect Pod. So I was just trying to go for a unique name, but that unique name ended up turning into something that's just the same, you know? And if I want something to be unique, I want something that has a catchy name or something like that. Hey, Angel, you're 6 minutes late. It's not that late, but I would prefer if it was not 6 minutes. But anyway, it's what I would prefer. But if you had to do something, that's okay. I understand. But yeah, like I was saying, perfect pod. It doesn't really fit to what we do on the channel, right? It doesn't fit at all. So for something that's gonna fit, it has to be something that's catchy. Like, what's one famous saying out there that could fit, or like that could be a motto? That's just like me. I don't want it to be the Wolf Squad, but I want it something to do around the Wolf Squad. So yeah, I don't know. Why is this leaking? It's all up my arm. But yeah, I want to change the Wolf Squad name to like something else, but still I have no clue. But I want something for it to still do with wolves. It's just that there's so many names out there, but I want a perfect motto for it. That's not gonna be something to do with like the Wolf Squad, because I think that's put in the name of horrendously. But yeah, Hola Angel, con estas. Yeah, so like like cinema chatters, that could go a long way, but depends if there's any channels out there that are called the cinema chatters. Like, there's yeah. So I just want it to be unique. So especially saying that it's like I'm trying to make it as a show, because I feel like it would fit better if it was a show than just a normal podcast. But yeah, there's probably many questions out there on why it is called what it is called. But yeah, so what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and plug in my phone and see if I can get any files from my phone to my Chromebook, because I want to upload that video. You're 1 minute late. No, you were actually, so you sent that. When you sent that at 7 o'clock, I had been going for 6 minutes. Oh, a minute late for be joined 6 minutes late. So you would probably be a minute behind you. When you catch up, try and refresh to see if that does anything, since you've been 6 minutes late. Because YouTube does silly things like that. I have no delay. I have no slow mode. It's just what it is. But yeah, I need to find like a perfect name for a podcast. It's like is it like a show name? So like Mafia Linkin Shadow Knight 7 show. I think that would go a long way. Um, like how would that like? Would you guys like get a feel for that? Because I feel like that's going to be great. So Mafia Lincoln and Mafia Lincoln and Shadow Knight 7 show. Because, like, you have the Mafia, and then you have the Shadow Knight, um, which is absolutely pretty cool. I don't think I want. But then, if we have someone else that is also the owner, I think we're gonna have to. It's gonna be tricky. No, I cannot do that either. Because if we're gonna have. No, we can do that. We'll just have multiple people on the podcast. Yeah, we can do that. I think it would be great. Hmm. It's tricky though because podcast name ideas. Let's look at this, and I, I guess that will get a understanding. Where there is a hope, changes. So those aren't like the best ones. So in the best business podcast names, best motivational podcast names, best storytelling podcast names, I think best comedy podcast names and best panel. I don't think I want the best panel, but I just want something like I feel like I want to change it because the perfect pod doesn't really have like a it doesn't have like a cool meaning to it, like something that I would like to have a meaning to it. I wouldn't want it to have a I want to like have a deep meaning to it. So like people are like, oh, I know these people. Their podcast name is this, and it's like deep because it's from like back in the day. But like I want it to be like rememberable. And that's something that's not like, oh, they're the perfect pod. There's plenty of channels that are to do with the perfect pod, blah, 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 blah. So just things like that. I think I need, I really want to change it because 8 subscribers, it's going to stay like that for a little while. It's never going to change from 8 subscribers. And then the other part of the stream is vibing. So we're just gonna hang out and was that fluff that flew? Was that fluff that flew in front of me? Like flew in front of my camera? But yeah, yeah. And the second side, the second part of the video. Oh, I meant the video. The stream is just us hanging out and just hanging out and talking about things that you guys want to talk about. Maybe react to some of my old streams or old videos or something like that because I think that would go a long way. But just like things in general that you guys want to talk about or that you guys want to spruce up the stream or something like that. Or I could read some riddles that you guys wouldn't get right. Bless you. But just anything that you guys want to do, I am welcome. Um, anything that you guys want to do, I am welcome. That sounds crazy. So tomorrow I'm going live, but that's the day that we go back to school. So I think I might be a little bit late. I think it's gonna be late. You know what I mean? Read some riddles. Sure, I can read riddles. Funny poetry. No, you don't want funny poetry. Funny poetry was a long time ago. I still read funny poetry. So let's see here. I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even. What number am I? Right, again. I ow, ow. I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even. What number am I? So just think about this. Think of an even number, an odd number, but take away one letter and it will become even. No, it is not 32. It's not 32. I've said this one before, but it's not 32. It's not 32. Because if you put 32, what letter are you going to take away to make it even? Then, it's 7. 7, because 7, you have even, right? So 7 is even. So 7, you take away the s, it will become even. You tried though, you tried. Next one, what's a single digit number with no value? What's a single digit number with zero value? With no value. I kind of gave you guys a hint onto what the answer is. Exactly. 0. Funny riddles. How can you drop a raw egg from high onto concrete a concrete floor without cracking it? How can you drop a raw egg from high onto a concrete floor without cracking it? 0 is the correct answer because that's the only number that would have absolutely zero value in it. So yeah, you're correct. Concrete floors are very hard to crack. Who has married many women but was never married? So who has married many women but was never married at all? The pastor. Close. Close. You're very close. You're very close. I'll give you one more guess. It's you're this far. You're this close. Correct. Next one. Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I? So forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I? Yeah, so the pastor and the priest are two similar things, But yeah, the priest has married many women, but he was never married at all. Or she. So forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I? If you're a math person, I guess this could relate to you somehow. About forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I? I guess a ton. I don't think that would be hard riddles. What has hands but cannot clap? Yes, clock is right. No. Who makes it has no need of it. Who buys it has no use for it. Who uses it can neither see or nor feel it. What is it? That might be a bit of a tricky one, to be honest. Who makes it has no need for it. Who buys it has no use for it. Who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it? That might be a bit of a hard one there. But there could be many not conspiracy theories, but there are many ways to look at this one. So I am ending the stream a little bit earlier than I usually would, but I got to get all the rest I can so I can wake up bright and early tomorrow and get the show on the road for another day back to school. So either 7:30, 7:45 ish, and maybe 7:45 I'll end this. You don't know. So like I said, it's a really hard one. But who makes it has no need of it. Who buys it has no use for it. Who uses it neither see or nor feel it. What is it? It's a coffin. It's a coffin. Uh, that's a pretty hard one. What gets broken without being held? I mean, only zero and this one that you got. The zero value single digit number. Single digit number with no value on it. That's stone one. There you go. What gets broken without being held? Yes, correct. Three now. That's three you've got correct. What is the longest word in the dictionary? What is the longest word in the dictionary? You have to answer this with purely your mind. But what is the longest word in the dictionary? You have to think about this one. You cannot Google, you cannot do any of that. Just purely your answer. You're just purely answering for yourself. So that's. I know, but don't know how to pronounce properly. It's okay, I can Google it for myself. just, just put it in. Just put it in. What letters does it have in it? I will. And I will okay, since you said it's really long, that is not the longest word in the dictionary, but whatever you're thinking of, it's not the longest word in the dictionary, so I'll just give you the answer. Well, the thing I have here that I will give in 3 seconds. If you actually, I will give it very shortly. But the thing I have here is smiles because there is a mile between eaches. I don't know what. Oh, smiles because there is a mile between each S. S. What kind of tree can you carry in your hand? Yeah, I don't understand that one about the smiles. Smiles because there is a mile between each S. Oh, I got it. No, because smiles, and then you have a mile between each of the S's in the dictionary. Um, well, what did I say? What kind of tree can you carry in your hand? What kind of tree can you carry in your hand? Explain how you got coconut tree. I would love to know how you got coconut tree because that is the very incorrect answer. So just imagine you can carry a tree in your hand. There's one particular hand that relates to a tree that you can carry. It's a palm tree because you get it because you have your palm here. This is your palm. So you have your palm there. So basically, it's just a palm tree because your palm of your hand. That's the tree that you can carry. They come out at night without being caught and are lost in the day without being stolen. What are they? I'm going to do a poll just so I get an idea of. Just so I get an idea of something. Are you asking what about the question or what I was saying? So the riddle is they come out at night without being caught and are lost in the day without being stolen. What are they? 7:30. 6 minutes. Yeah. What kind? Yeah, they come out at night without being caught and are lost in the day without being stolen. What are they? So it's not like what is like The moon, it's not the moon. It's not the sun because they're caught because they get caught at night. How can you be back soon? I'm ending in 5 minutes. Anyway, the answer was stars because they do come out at night, and they do come out at night, and they hide when it's during the day, without being stolen. So they come out at night, not being caught. But yeah, I thought that was going to be a pretty easy one because those are the only things that really come out at night or anything like that. But I guess that wasn't as easy as I thought it would have been. That's okay though. Just like the coffin one or like the smiles one, the longest dictionary in the world is smiles. That completely makes no sense at all because I don't see the understanding of because there's a mile in, between each S. It makes no sense to me at all. But yeah, if you guys do want to consider liking, make sure you give me a like and a thumbs up. Give me a like because it doesn't help me as a person, but it helps the channel grow and it reaches out to more people. If you guys this, even though it's just like because every day I'm gonna start at 6:55 because it makes me go longer instead of like starting at 7. It puts me 5 minutes behind. So like we would have just hit 30 or 28 minutes just before 30, roughly 27. We would have just hit 27 minutes, but we're on 30. Wait, I'm confused. 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Yeah, we would have just hit 28 minutes just now. We would have been on 28:50. 28 minutes and 50 seconds right now. Until 33 minutes and 54 seconds. It's amazing because when I start early, yeah, it's really amazing because when I start early, I get to go longer. But when I start at 7, I I'm out. It's strange. But I think I'll go from like 6:55 to 7:30 every day. At least I'm still live and I'm getting the content out there. But if I'm way too tired, then I'm not intending to do that. Okay, welcome back. But yeah, so I intend to start the stream at 6:55 and finish around 7:30. Finish at 7:30 because I not only one that I go for longer, I'm staying consistent on the time. So that's when I intend to start a little bit longer. But if I like go to sleep or anything like that, then I scrap it because I'm not going in live at 8. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you know whenever I post And if you guys don't want to miss out on a stream or a video, you're more than welcome to subscribe if you think I deserve it or I've earned it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on bell notifications whenever I post. I appreciate everyone for joining during the live or not, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.